Hello there, human beings, and welcome to my new something. Probably already guessed, but today we'll be reviewing water. Yeah. Sorry for the horrid audio quality since I'm recording from my phone. Today we will be rating them by these thingies. First, we will be rating Dasani, normal store stuff. So on a scale of quality, 0. On a scale of everything, 0. The reason for this is mainly because of its pH level and chlorine levels. A pH level is how much minerals the water has on a metrics type scale. So you're basically drinking pool water. I have made a visual representation to see what this does to your long-term health. Bazinga! So long story short, leave this on the shelf. Next up is Voss. It's not that great, really. The only thing that confuses me is why it calls itself artesian. Well, it definitely isn't artesian. Definitely not. Artesian water is water that comes from an underground source. This does come from an underground source, which is good, but then they just throw in a bunch of chlorine stuff. It's horrid. Let's move on to some better water. Next up, Fiji water. Pretty good water. So here's the ratings. They're pretty good water. It's obviously not the best, but it's pretty great. Next up is Aquafina. So Aquafina is pretty much the same as Fiji, except a slight decrease in quality, but not that much. So all in all, Fiji water and Aquafina water are pretty good for your long-term health. Try both of them. So now we'll be moving on to some of the best waters you can get currently. First up, Essentia. It clocks in with a pH level of 9. According to my sources, it is classified as alkaline water, which is good. And here's the ratings. They're pretty great, honestly. Next up, we got Evermore water. Tying in with Essentia. It's great. Here are the ratings, and I think both of these are some great waters that are good for you that you should buy if you have the money. Well, now it's time to talk about, just our, the state of everything. Our health, all that stuff. Now, I don't want to sound like a protester or anything, but everyone's like, oh, this is the purest water. No, this water is more pure. And they're actually all just not that good. It's just not right. It isn't. It's all wrong. That's why it's good to make a couple changes, and that's very needed now in, these times. In Paris, they pretty much have next door water. There's this little water fountain, and it's actually pure water with a high pH level. It's weird. The US is really behind. Australia has some waters that are like 950 pH, while we have a measly 9 as our highest. It's weird. The US is behind in a lot, like pollution and everything to help our Earth. And once again, that's why it's great to make changes. We need to make changes to this planet. So anyway, I hope you learned something from this video. Bye-bye.